Hello, beauties. How are you? I'm here with my friend Stephania, my girl Stephania, who I've known over 30 years. And today we're going to be talking a little bit about mistakes and things that, to avoid. So, have you ever had that situation where you've put on your eye makeup, but it starts creasing and causing all kinds of you have to blend it correctly. Let's just put it that way. Same things with eyebrows. You have to learn how to pluck your eyebrows, because didn't you say if you pluck your eyebrows correctly, it can make you look younger and almost like a mini eye lift. Mm-hmm. So thank you. Let's get started. So beauties, I'm here today with Stephania, and Stephania is an intuitive life coach. She's also a makeup artist extraordinaire with incredible history of doing makeup covers and stories. You've done lots of
supermodels.
She's done lots of editorial, right, for fashion magazines, and she's the real deal. So she's going to talk to us a little bit about how to avoid the mistakes that we make with makeup. And she's also written this incredible book. I love this book because you talk a lot about inner and outer beauty. Can you just tell us a little bit about that?
So the book, Mastering Beauty, is a book, it's about connecting energy and the true beauty that we are all made of through meditation, through spiritual and holistic practices, and helping yourself feel really good on the inside. And it's also filled with some beauty tips to marry these two worlds between inner and outer beauty so that we feel our best and we look our best.
Right.
But we're not solely attached to all the outer stuff to make ourselves feel beautiful. We already feel that way on the inside. Although makeup is fun.
We love our makeup, and we're going to have a lot of fun today playing. But what we want to say is that you're beautiful just the way you are. You were born beautiful. You are beautiful. God makes no mistakes, right? We're like flowers in a garden. We all come in different shapes, sizes, backgrounds, races, and I would say that beauty is really, truly starts from the inside, 100%. And then we're just going to enhance through makeup what we have. So let's get to it. I can't wait. Yeah.
So what I have noticed with women, and we're talking about mistakes that women make with their beauty and their makeup, is their eyebrow shape. So one of the things that I've noticed over the years is that a lot of women will literally be wearing the wrong eyebrow shape for their face. The most common mistake for eyebrow shape is it's called the fishhook eyebrow.
The fishhook eyebrow.
I know.
Okay, let's see what that's all about. I make mistakes with my eyebrows, although I do tend to, I love the thicker brow, so I try to accentuate a thicker brow. But
so, Dawn, you don't have a fishhook eyebrow. Now what that would be, if it comes down, women tend to wear their brow a little bit too heavy here, and it would come down just a little bit further like this into a bit of a fishhook. So if you have that, if you go to the mirror and you see it's coming down here and it kind of curves inwards, that's the fishhook eyebrow, and you don't want that. What I'd like to do though is they're a little bit too heavy on the inside right here. So I'm going to just remove a few hairs here, and you can see the before and after. You see they're both very similar. I'm going to just take a few hairs, and I'm sorry if I'm hurting you.
No, it doesn't hurt at all.
Okay. So what you want to do with the brow to make sure you have a good eyebrow, you don't want it to be too heavy in the center of your eyes, because what it does is it closes off your eyes, and it gives you the effect of being looking a little bit older. Now, if you can see, that's all it took. You can literally see the difference between this eyebrow being a little too heavy here in the bottom, and all I did was I took just 4 or 5 hairs and I just lifted that shape up.
Wow.
So
that's pretty amazing.
And so when you add a little bit of brow gel with just a quick removal of a few hairs, you can literally see how much nicer that shape is.
What about the little strays that come under? Do you pluck those too always?
Well,
just to keep it clean?
Yeah, we got to do that. Sometimes when you get older, they're hard to see.
Yeah.
And then when you have your glasses on, it's really hard to pluck them.
Yeah.
I used to pluck my grandmother's eyebrows when I would go and see her because she couldn't see them.
Yeah.
Making me think of that. Okay.
So you can really see the difference.
I just took a few hairs from under here. You're going to just pick up the volume. And a nice way to do it is just keep it at, I believe this is a 45-degree angle. You know, you want to have a nice angle there so that there's no hook and no weight coming down. And what it does is it opens up the eyebrow, gives you beautiful arch. It's the perfect arch, actually. So when you're using eyeliner, a lot of women like to use eyeliner to, you know, just you want to get out the door. So what you don't want to do is close your eyes, take the eyeliner, you know, and use a heavy line on the eyelid like this. So I'm doing this is again not what you don't want to do. So you take the eyeliner all the way out and then look up, and then you take the same eyeliner and you line around the whole eye. So I see a lot of women also doing this. What happens is when you line around your whole eye like this, like I have with Dawn right here, it gives the illusion that you're wearing too much makeup. First of all, it's not blended, and it closes up the eye. It makes your eyes look more tired. And a lot of us are tired, actually. So,
but you want to blend. That's important.
You want to blend.
You don't want this just heavy line.
It's okay to use a black eyeliner or a darker eyeliner, but that's the wrong way to do it. So now I'm going to show you the right way to do it. So you can still use the line. You can still use the same eyeliner. Close your eyes. Get as close to the lash line as you can. Don't be so heavy with your hand, because then that creates, you know, too much of a heavy line. Now what you can do, most eyeliners come with this little spongy loveliness on the end of I don't know,
which one
is a little sponge. And so when you do, you know, when you go along the lash line with the black line, you take your little sponge and then you blend. And you blend with this little upward motion like this. So what you're doing is you're kind of creating a little bit of a smoky effect. And it just keeps you away from having this solid defined line. The solid defined line, it's too heavy and it closes your eyes. It makes you look more tired. So open your eye.
Yeah.
So there's the difference.
And it makes you look older. I think if you're starting to do this heavy and just without blending and giving that smoky, gorgeous look, all it's doing is creating that sort of like you're older, and you know, and you want to look fresh. You want to look gorgeous.
So that's the top part. So I'm just cleaning this up here. On the bottom, you can still use the eyeliner because you want to. I feel use less tools in your makeup palette than more tools. It's easier. Women don't have time to use a lot of tools, so you can still use the black eyeliner. You can start from the outside in. And don't go past the middle part of your eye. So in other words, you see your pupil, that really should be your ending point. Don't take the color too towards the inside, because that also closes your eye. Again, you take your little sponge, you blend, and I actually blended that a little bit too far down. So you just clean up your little mistake there like that.
So what would you do to clean up your mistake? You use a brush?
Use your foundation brush. And you just take a little bit of your concealer and you just clean that up right there like that. That's it. Very simple.
So use a foundation brush. Let me see this. Oh.
It's a flat edge foundation brush. And you know, you just use it to clean up underneath the eye like that. And I'm just going to clean that
When in doubt, just blend it out.
Blend. Blending it. Exactly. I love that. When in doubt, blend it out. So ladies, you can see the difference. It's soft, it's pretty, it keeps it light, and it's just open and fresh. So that's the difference between what not to do and what you should do. With concealer, you know, we have this perception as we get older that we want to cover our experience lines and our laugh lines, and we want to,
and our joy lines.
We always want to try to cover. You know, it's an illusion that we tell ourselves that we have to put all this makeup on. A mistake that women make is you can take a concealer, you'll take a concealer and go under the eye like this. See how I'm doing it heavy? And and I see women taking it all the way over here. Yeah. So they're putting this concealer.
It's just too much. It's too much, right?
It's just too much. What happens is when you put too much concealer and foundation, and you take it all the way over your eye bed here, you accentuate your laugh lines, your wrinkles, and it makes it in the makeup, no matter how light and smooth and glossy the makeup is, it will still sink in. And it gives you the effect of not having a fresh look, and it ends up looking too cakey.
Yeah.
Which we don't want.
Because it'll cake into the lines. Instead of accentuating them and making them look beautiful and like a twinkle in your eye, you're actually, the heaviness is causing it to cake into the eye, right?
So
am I saying that right?
Exactly. And so you can see that I'm, you know, if this is how you're applying your foundation, your concealer, this is not how you should be doing it. It's too heavy that way. Okay, so this is and you can see if you get nice and close on Dawn's face that I put all this concealer on here in the foundation.
What not to do.
Yeah, what not to do. So don't cover your whole face with concealer and foundation. So that's what not to do, okay? So what you want to do instead, to create coverage but with a nice light fresh face, you want to take your concealer with your you can use your fingertip. Actually, I'm a fan of using the fingertip
because they're like little pads.
Yeah, you can use your fingertip or a foundation brush. I'll show you both. So here's a foundation brush. Take the concealer and bring it down to a 45-degree angle like this. So you're just patting, you're not sweeping. So just like this, okay? And the reason we do it down in a 45-degree angle, I think this is a 45-degree angle.
Yeah.
I wasn't a very good math student, but I don't know. It's an angle.
Yeah, it's an angle.
Okay, so here we go. Down. You want to do it in a downward slope like this because, and you don't want to cover these lines over here because you don't want to accentuate your lines.
I like my laugh lines.
Yeah, and you don't want to cover. You just you kind of want to. You maybe want a little bit of coverage underneath the eye if you have any dark eye circles. It just makes you feel a little fresher and brightens your eye up. So again, just down below here. At a 45-degree
what to
angle.
avoid and what to do.
Yeah, right.
And you can really see the difference, huh?
Yeah. You can see Dawn has just a little bit of redness here in the T-zone.
That's my Irish skin.
Yeah, I have it too. This is the T-zone. Okay.
Also, with aging, you tend to get a little more. A little more red.
So really, what you're going to do is just take a very little bit light amount of foundation. This is the Glossier skin tint, and a tinted moisturizer is great actually other than a foundation because it's lighter and you don't really need, and so you can just see how the difference between the light application and the heavier application. It's much more effective and just gives you a nice fresh look.
So what would you say would be the next thing to avoid?
So I've noticed that there's a really big wave in popularity, and a lot of people ask me about contouring.
Yeah, this like this like strip.
Yeah, I think the Kardashians. I think the Kardashians sort of.
And that's for maybe younger, younger girls, the Kardashians, whoever out there that's doing that and who's in their 20s or whatever, millennial. But girls 40s, 50s, you don't want the strip.
Yeah.
The road strip. Yeah.
Right. You don't need the word. So don't feel like you need to overly contour your face. If anything, you want to learn how to contour to accentuate your cheekbones and accentuate the natural shape of your face. So again, this is what you don't want to do. So a lot of women want to contour their face to create the illusion of a thinner face, more dramatic lines, more contour, more dimension, and it's not necessarily always the correct thing to do. So you want to avoid heavy contouring like this because it just looks like you have a dark shadow. It doesn't look good. It's not the right.
And like you said, it's okay for the younger generation, but our generation you might want to.
But even the younger generation, if you're contouring, you really don't want to keep these brown strips like this. You really want to blend. So I'm going to show you the right way to contour.
Okay, now we're going to show the right way to look and contour your face correctly.
Yeah. Okay. So you want to find your cheekbone here. Just literally put your hand right out there and go, oh yeah, I have them.
Oh, I have a cheekbone.
So what you do is you go just towards the ear, up where the ear is. You take a brush this is technically an eyeshadow brush. However, you could use a thicker contour brush as well.
Right.
I like the thinner contour brushes.
Why is that?
Because I'll show you why. So you get your little contouring shadow here. You can see I'm putting it on here like this. It's nice and light. You can contour here over here. You can even do a bit of the neck like this.
The neck? I never even thought of that.
So basically I'm framing Dawn's face almost like a painting. Then what I do is you take your finger and you just blend, you blot like this. And you can see I'm just smoothing it out. You do the neck because it creates an illusion of elongation. We all want those
We want
long
the-
necks so we can show our
Show off our goddessness.
loveliness. Yeah. So that's it. You know, it's very light. So this is the wrong way, and this is the right way. Nice and light, but it still gives you the illusion of a little bit of definition on the face, but it's not too heavy, and it looks like your natural skin. It doesn't look like you're wearing a heavy shadow. So that's the right way to do it.
Fantastic. So beauties, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and that notification button that will tell you when I'm uploading a new video. Love and light to you. We will be doing more videos with Stephania. You're just such a beautiful light. And you know, again, this is what to avoid and this is what to do. I hope you like sort of the contrast of what she did. Thank you. Namaste. And we'll see you soon. Bye-bye.